serpents and spiders, tail of a rat. Call in the spirits wherever they're at.
As the moon climbs high o'er the dead oak tree, spooks arrive for the midnight spree. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes start to shriek and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Or apparently, and socialize. I always thought it was to socialize, but perhaps Disney has just screwed up their own reference. Hello, Potato! Yes, we're doing a Haunted Mansion video. That's why you see our hitchhiking ghosts and Madame Leotas. Not going to do anything with these. I just wanted to show you I did pick them up. You've probably seen them off to the side in the last few videos. I remember, if you remember, I said back when I got Hatbox Ghost, you can't see because he's right up there out of frame, that 60 bucks was rather a lot for what these are, because they're just plastic. But if they went down to, like, you know, 20, 30, I would consider picking up the Hitchhikers. And they did go down last year in December to like $22.50, which is where they have stayed. So I did pick up the Hitchhiking Ghosts at that point. And yeah, they're still, last time I looked anyways, which was like last week, $22.50 on Shop Disney. So if you do want to get yourself some of your own ghosts to host, here you go. Now's the time. But that's not really the focus of today. The focus of today is these. The Come Out and Socialize Haunted Mansion Diorama sets. This one originally came out, I think, in like December, which is, of course, the perfect time to release Haunted Mansion items. And I didn't pick it up because I didn't have the money because I spent it on the Hitchhiking Ghosts here. And then it disappeared off of the Shop Disney website, and I thought, oh, I will never be able to get it now. That's a lost opportunity. But then it came back. It came back a few weeks ago, and it brought a friend with the Attic. So we have the Sand Circle and the Attic. Now, these normally sell for $24.99, I'm assuming at the parks, as well as on shopdisney.com. I happened to get them on sale. They were doing a 25% off sale with a code, which is probably expired, so I'm not going to bother remembering what it is. So I picked these two up then because they look nice on a shelf, because there's a lot of detail in these. I'm going to try not to do close to the camera because I don't want to mess with the focus too much here. It's probably already out of focus. As usual, I can't tell on the little screen. But there's a lot of detail work in these. There's a lot of bits. A lot of pieces. I think it'll look nice on a shelf. I mean, they're not going to be too big because obviously the walls can't be any larger than the box itself. But we're going to put these things together today and check them out and see what we got here. All right. Coming Out Spirits. And yeah, we excuse me. We have a lot of little stuff here. Wow, yeah, these are going to get lost, aren't they? These are walls, got some instructions. So you know what? I think I am doing enough of making you watch things and fast forward as I build them with the Lego videos, so I'm not going to do that with this. Instead, I'm going to pass you off to me in the past, when I briefly had access, kind of, to some of my other Haunted Mansion stuff that normally is behind shelving or above shelving that I can't get to. So I'm going to send you to me in the past, when I was redoing the void spacer to set up for these videos, and let that me show you briefly those things, and hopefully when you come back, these will all be put together. So these are the items I mentioned quite some time ago in the Funko Haunted Mansion videos. I'm doing a little work in my office right now, so I have access to the area these are in, sort of. Not enough access that I can bring them down together to get some good video of them, but from here I can. So as you can see, we have the old action figures before they had names. So we have Prisoner, now known as Gus. The Skeleton, now known as Ezra. Never mind that. That's just me knocking stuff over in my face. The Traveler, now known as Phineas. The Groundskeeper, who's still known as the Groundskeeper. And the Bride, now known as Constance Hatchaway, although this would be more of the Beating Heart Bride version. And they have some old music boxes, and I would show you what they do if I really could get to them easily. They just play Grim Grinning Ghosts. Then I have a little model of the Florida Haunted Mansion. and the die-cast version of the hearse from out front. And then I believe I mentioned these in one of the pin videos as a Haunted Mansion pin set that I have. It is of course, the logo itself, and then some of the tombstones. I believe they're all from the Pet Cemetery, but I could be wrong. I can't really read them from here. Maybe I can read them on video better. And I think I have some other things in here, and if I come across them, I'll video them as well. Otherwise, back to present me. All right, thank you, past me. And they are put together, and they were not fun to put together. These, I was concerned initially that being made out of cardboard, the sides would be really flimsy, and they're not. They're actually pretty solid, but the little plastic clips they are supposed to fasten into, those are a different story. It's not so much that they're flimsy, it's just they aren't very cooperative. But it's together now. You may notice that I've put the floor of Madame Leota's Seance Circle on upside down, because that should actually be the back side, or underside in that case, of the card. So you can see it's coming apart already. But this one was so difficult to put together, I'm not going to fix it, because the carpet covers it up anyways, and the floor was just solid black, take my word for it. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Let's start with Madame Leota, since she's the first one. Now, let's look at the box. It's a little different than the box. The printing on the table in particular, they glued the cards, they're like stickers. They stuck the cards on in both different order than they are on the box, and much, much closer together. But that's a fairly minor thing. Nice aspects. I mean, again, these are tiny pieces like that. If that falls off the shelf, I am never going to see that again. That will get lost in the carpet. But, so, nice things though. The rug here is actually cloth. It's not paper, it's not printed on, it actually is a cloth rug. And the bookmark here is like a little piece of felt. Some differences between the actual ride, of course, is that the book's supposed to be on the table in front of her, but due to the size of things, they've chosen to put it on a book stand, which, makes sense. Neat kind of feature on this, and I didn't tie it in place because I wanted to show you this, is that Madame Leota here has a loop through her head, so if you want, because it comes with these little clips and string, you can have her levitating like she does in the ride now. Or if you want to be a traditionalist, you can just leave her on her little stand, like she was in the ride in the beginning. And I didn't tie it down because I wanted to take her off so we can take a closer look at her face. Compared, not so much to the pop, because, I mean, at the pop, of course, it's going to look drastically different. But in particular to the ornament, because that's an official item too. And I want to say, and I don't... I want to say I like the sculpt on this. It's not as Medusa-y as the ornament. I would say this is actually a little bit more faithful to the way she looks in the ride, and that really isn't. That's kind of hideous. Comparing her to the pop, yeah, that's not any point in comparing that, is there? But I do like the sculpt. It reminds me a lot of the face on the little like foam tombstone they had in Disney Store last year. I like it. I like it. I think I am going to generally just leave her sitting. Let's refocus. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Leave her sitting on her stand. But, yeah, she's also got the little candles here are movable. And we have the Raven, the original ghost host. I still think he is. I still think the ghost host is speaking through him. That's why he's in every scene the ghost host speaks in. And yes, I know that was the original intent, but I'm going to say it's still canon. But the background's cute. It is very reminiscent of the ride. You've got the little things she calls out to, the bell, the drum, the tambourine, the horn, the harp. Let's get that out of the way. The other horn, the cymbals, a table with a floating lamp. It's a nice little piece of display. I mean, I at one point thought maybe I could put like an action figure in the chair, but I don't have any figures that small. Maybe like an original Star Wars figure, but I don't usually like that small of a scale, so I don't have any like that. All right, so that is our Seance circle set. Definitely cute. Like the detail work. I like, there's writing on the book, which looks like it is actually something you could read if you had better eyes than I do. But let's put that aside and let's look at the attic. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. We've got the portraits of Constance and her various grooms. Of course, the heads don't disappear like they do in the ride now. True Love Forever, 1872, I think that says. Frank and Constance. Presumably that is her last husband. We have a little Constance figurine. Not super detailed. I want to say this may actually, and I have a bride ornament, but it's put away for Halloween. But I want to say this may actually be the same sculpt as the ornament. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Or maybe I'll revisit this again come Halloween, because hopefully last year Disney did well enough with Haunted Mansion merchandise that they'll put some new Haunted Mansion merchandise out this year. But let's look at the rest of the attic. We have a lot of stuff going on here. We've got hat boxes and hats, presumably from her dead husbands. No hat box ghost. I want a hat box ghost one of these. Maybe they'll do that in the future one, do another part of the attic, but he doesn't really have a lot of stuff around him, does he? Just more hat boxes. We've got a little globe, doesn't spin. We've got like a full-on tea set here, including cream and sugar. And, of course, Constance hatchet. And I got ripped off. I did not have my little bit of string in the box on this one. Because you can see there's the same little clips here. There's supposed to be another little, 2-cent piece of string that I could hang the birdcage off of, I guess. I don't know what else I would hang up in this set. But Disney has ripped me off for my 2 cents of string, and I will not forgive them for it ever. But I will move on. I'll get a piece of thread or something, and I'll fix that eventually. Or I won't. I'll just leave it on the floor. But all these pieces are separate. Nothing is glued together here. You can pick up and easily drop and lose all of these. That kind of looks like Mrs. Potts, doesn't it? I wonder if that's just a reused mold from another toy, from a Beauty and the Beast toy. Got the wedding cake, which I don't think the camera can pick it up, but he is missing his head, and no, it's not broken. He is missing his head, which I think is fair to the ride. And our hat boxes. And there's frankly just not enough room in the attic for all the stuff they chose to include. You get a lot of pieces here. I mean, that's, I think it says here, authentic accessories include Madame Leota in crystal ball stand, chair with raven, spellbook on stand, side table, single candle displays ×2, seance table and rug. Doesn't it say how many pieces? 22 pieces in Madame Leota, and 32 pieces with Constance here. Excuse me. And they're the same price. She comes with bride. I'm not going to edit this out. She comes with bride, wedding cake, and stand. Hat, stand with hats, axe, 6-piece tea set, lounge chair, wedding certificate. That would be, I guess, this. I thought it was just another picture, but I guess it's actually their wedding certificate. Is that Frank? I need a magnifier for that. I don't think my glasses are big enough for that. Table with 3 hat boxes, table with 1 hat box, globe, stack of books, chest, end table, and bird cage. And colors may vary from images shown. But I am happy with these. As much as a pain in the butt they were to put together, and hopefully I can get them up onto a shelf without them falling apart or without all the bits falling out of them. I think they look very nice. I think they will look very nice on a shelf. And I do hope they make more of these. I would like to see, well, of course, a Hatbox Ghost. Something with the caretaker would be nice, the groundskeeper. At the front of the graveyard. Something with hitchhiking ghosts, obviously. Phineas, Gus, and Ezra. maybe, I mean, the ballroom scene, but I'm not sure how you could do the ballroom scene in a set this small. You'd have to do like a really big one of these. But you could maybe do like The Organist or something. I don't know. But I would like to see more of these. I will commit to buying more of these if Disney puts more of these out. And with that, since apparently I'm losing my voice anyways, we're going to call this week done. So I will encourage you to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Void of Intelligence, and hurry back and be sure to bring your death certificate.
Hurry back, hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate if you decide to join us.